What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming here on Chit's World, and the day has finally come. Nintendo Switch 2 is out and released as of here today. And yes, at 6:30 this morning my Ring doorbell went off, and sure enough, it was the Walmart delivery, or the Spark delivery service, dropping off my Nintendo Switch. So we got it in hand. But yeah, I crap you not when I tell you that they actually sent in the bag here, they sent us a nice little Walmart bag with a thank you letter, a little thank you flyer, along with a Coke Rosa on there. And then they also sent a thing of Pringles Hot Ones. So yeah, I'm not too sure if every single Walmart delivery order got one of these that was coming from the store, because some people got them shipped from a warehouse and such. But those who got it delivered from the store, I believe, got that nice little care package. So kind of cool. This is something small they didn't have to do. Apparently right now too, just so you know, I checked and online, and you can go on to like any Target pretty much and get a Nintendo Switch 2. They're a little all in stock. I'm not too sure how long it's going to last, but apparently they got a crap load. So guys, here it is, Nintendo Switch 2. Of course, we got the Mario Kart World bundle. What we're going to do really quick is just do a fast, like little unboxing, just kind of take a look and see what is all inside the box here. Of course, we know what's in there, but we're going to just kind of open it up and take a look, first look anyways. And I will be doing a unboxing on the Pro Controller for over here as well too, as I did get one of those as well too. So only game I really have right now is Super Mario Kart World. That's really all I got right now. Not too sure what I'm planning to get. I kind of wanted to get Cyberpunk, but I don't want to spend the money on Cyberpunk. It's really expensive. I have it on Xbox and everything else, but I wouldn't mind playing Street Fighter on my Switch as well too. But for right now though, we're going to kind of just dive in and take a look at Mario Kart World here. So first things first, when I open up the box, here we go. We have, looks like our dock. No, we have the actual Switch unit. Then of course we have the two Joy-Cons, the new and approved Joy-Cons for Switch 2. Let's take a look and see. The very first one we're going to open up here is going to be the red-orange colored one, and yeah, already it feels, the buttons, the actual joystick is actually bigger. So there we go, there we have it. You have that in hand. We'll put that off to the side right here. Then we'll go ahead and open up the blue. Now it's crazy because the first Switch I ever got was the neon red and the neon blue as well too, so that's nice to see. Back in 2017 I got that. But yeah, the thumbsticks are actually definitely a lot bigger, and I'll compare it to the original Nintendo Switch here in just a few moments, or the OLED version I should say. But there we go, we have our neon red and neon blue, just like the original Nintendo Switch back in 2017. But now we have Nintendo Switch 2, so of course we got that C button there as well too for your chat and everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at this a little bit more, and we'll turn it on, kind of boot it up. Oh my goodness, this thing already feels huge. This is the actual unit, the actual screen and everything. It already feels huge, compared to the original Nintendo Switch, and even the OLED. Wow. I'm going to compare it in just a second here, but oh my goodness, this thing is, here's the back, of course, Nintendo Switch 2. But man, this thing is huge, absolutely huge. Pictures and videos do no justice. This thing is absolutely huge. So let's go ahead and let's put the Joy-Cons on. Oh no, I was getting ready to slide it on there. All we have to do is simply, voila. It's magnetic, no more rails. Boom, there we go. So there we have it. Let's see how easy it's come off. So let's go ahead and push the back button here. You guys push it in, there you do. Oh, it just pops right off. So put it in there, boom. The game card, that's a lot easier to take out. The biggest thing I hated, one of the things I hated about the regular Nintendo Switch, is actually open up this little door for the game cards. It's super easy, just pull up and boom. So much easier than the original one. Man, this thing it feels huge. Let's go ahead and let's do a quick comparison to the Switch OLED. So here is the Switch OLED. Here is the, let's see if I can not get my phone there. Here we go. So wow, a huge difference in size. Just overall, wow, absolutely just a big, humongous difference in the size of the screen versus the original, well, the OLED Nintendo Switch, which isn't any bigger, of course, than the original, but the bezel isn't as big. But wow, I cannot wait to see this thing. But yeah, the actual joysticks and everything here, those are much bigger. The buttons themselves are much bigger. Man, I'm talking like the actual buttons, like the A, B, X, Y. Those buttons are much bigger, which is definitely a good thing. But right here, this is going to be the biggest thing, is these are much bigger. So let's hope they don't get the Joy-Con drift, but we'll have to wait and see. But it feels good in the hand, though. I mean, it's big. It's much larger, but it doesn't feel like ridiculously uncomfortable. Wow, I cannot wait to see how Mario Kart and stuff looks on this thing. I'm going to put that off to the side for a moment. What we have in here, we have, I'm guessing this is probably just like instructions and such. Oh no, this is like your cord. So we have our HDMI cord, of course, and then we have the Joy-Con straps in here. So we'll leave those in there for right now. But we do have, of course, safety first. We have the Joy-Con straps, and then we have some paperwork in there. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side there. We have our grip, our Joy-Con 2 grip. There's that right there. So pretty similar to the original one. I should have grabbed that, but yeah, just slide the Joy-Con in there, and then of course you're able to, play using the grip, which is a good thing. I'll be using my Pro controller, but if I'm playing 2-player or so forth, or on the go, I can just take this thing instead of having to bring my Pro controller. Of course, we have our power supply, which is a lot smaller. Looks like it is a USB-C to USB-C. Yep, but it is definitely a lot smaller than what the original humongous heavy brick is for the original one to power it on. So we'll go and put that off to the side, and we do of course have the USB-C to USB-C cord, Nintendo branded, in the bag. And up next is going to be the dock. Almost said the jock. There's the dock. Now this thing here is going to have lots of stuff inside of it this time around, as of course it's able to bring you 4K. And of course it has a fan in there as well too to cool it off. So here is a look at the new dock. It is now beveled instead of being squared off. One big thing too is let's hope that when you actually put your console in there, I think they did originally fix, so it didn't scratch the screen, because the original Switch, if you remember, when you put it in, it would scratch the heck out of your screen. So thank God that we had screen protectors and such. But here it is. Here is the back. Here is the bottom. Has a nice little vent on the back there. The bottom might be a little vent too, I'm not too sure. But here is the back, and we open it up, I think it just pop open. Yeah, so pop open, we have your AC adapter, your HDMI outs, and of course your LAN line for your LAN port if you want to go ahead and wire this thing up, which I would do in hardwiring it, so especially when you're playing multiplayer games and such. But man, this thing it looks a lot better and a lot more premium compared to the original Nintendo Switch dock. We'll go ahead and we'll pull that in there like so, and there we have it, Nintendo Switch 2 on the dock. Wow, this thing is a beast, man. I cannot get over how heavy it is and how much bigger the screen is. Wow. Of course we have our vents on the top. Let's see here, compared to this one. Yeah, the ventilation is a lot better. All your buttons are about the same size, maybe slightly bigger. Of course we have the USB-C slot on the top as well too, so that is added on there, which is definitely a good thing. So you have 2 USB slots on the actual unit, so that is good. Wow, okay, so let's go ahead and let's take her out again, take it off the dock. We saw the dock, we like the dock. Again, Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Compared to the other one, it's bigger, but I like it. Man, this thing is just a beast. I cannot get over how humongous this unit is. The buttons themselves, the ZR and the ZL, they feel better too compared. Yeah, they're a lot bigger, of course, and they feel better compared to the original Switch. But man, so many differences. So we're gonna boot this thing up. I'm actually going to go ahead and do all my transfers and such as well too, so that way I can get everything transferred onto here. I'll go ahead and get it booted up, and we'll take a look at some gameplay with Mario Kart World here. But man, I am excited to have this, and again, they definitely did a great job. A lot of people worry that this is going to be just, you know, a bit an upgraded version of the Nintendo Switch, which to a degree it is, but they've added so much new stuff, and just the way it feels and such, it actually feels like a whole new unit, so a whole new console, I should say. So I'm excited. In 2017 I was excited. It's the reason why I started YouTube. In the first place was the original Nintendo Switch, so here we are, you know, years later, and we're unboxing the Nintendo Switch 2 in the whole you know, neon red and neon blue design as well here too, the theme that we originally did back in the day. So again, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing all booted up, and then we're gonna come back with some more footage, guys, so stay tuned. So unfortunately I was not prepared. I got this thing all booted up, got everything all updated, and I totally forgot to get an EX micro card, or micro SD card. I have the regular like micro SD XC, but I don't have the EX, so that's my fault. So I can't really show any gameplay right now because I want to do the system transfer before I do anything on here, to make sure, because I was told that that's what you're supposed to do, is do that first. But really quick here, I just wanted to go ahead and just show you guys. Here is the difference between the two. Look at that, night and day. Look at the screens, just completely different there on how much larger the Nintendo Switch 2 is compared to the Nintendo Switch here, the Nintendo Switch 1, the OLED version. But again though, a little bit more, less bezel on the Switch OLED, but compared to the original one, I'm sure that screen is just a lot bigger anyways here, a tad bit bigger. But there we go, guys. So I will get an EX card here. I'll go get one, get everything transferred, and then maybe come back and do some more, you know, footage and such as a Mario Kart World and such. But I want to play this thing today, so hopefully, you know, somewhere here local around has the EX card, so I can go ahead and get one. I don't know why I wasn't thinking to get an EX. I had just a regular, you know, 256 gigabyte, just a micro, you know, XC. I did not get the EX one, so again, my fault. But can't wait to get this thing played, get this thing all set up. It's pretty much set for the most part. I just need to do my system transfer, then of course jump into some Mario Kart World, and maybe while I'm out there I may pick up another game, guys. So I'll go ahead, we'll do the unboxing on the Pro Controller over here, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you guys like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on that bell notification to keep updated with all things here that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy Switch 2 Day and happy gaming.